Hey everybody, I just got this welder finished trying to fix it up a little bit. The switch don't work in it, but I installed a secondary breaker box to where I could flip it on and off with a 60 amp breaker. And then in the house I got it on a 40 amp breaker. So I've tested it. I hooked my other welder up to the input of that. You know, and ran through all the settings with the voltmeter on the leads, and I got power going in and power coming out, so I think it's good. I turned it on before I put the leads on, and I turned it on for just a minute, and I was like, well shit, it doesn't work, so I couldn't hear it humming. And then I had to listen real close, but it is humming, so and I ain't put a voltmeter on, but I'm pretty sure I got output, so I'm gonna throw a rod into it and fire this thing off and see what happens. I'm just running a 1/8 inch 6011 rod, 75 amps. And I just got a little scrap piece of metal down there to weld on. Here we go. Hopefully nothing bad happens. Wow. Tell you what, that is a smooth running welder. Nothing's hot anywhere. Cool. Well, it looks like I got me a new welder. 75 amps is probably a little too much for that piece of metal. Pretty sure it is, actually. That's pretty thin stuff. Let's see what we got here. Too late to run a slag hammer. Yeah, it does good until you dig in and blow through the metal. But that one's got a setting where you can turn the damn thing down. That piece of crap right there does not have any setting. It's got this setting, on and off. It's the only setting it's got. So that one's got, you know, 225 amp all the way down to 40. So I ought to be able to really dial that thing in and do what I want to do. And I got bigger, fatter rods all over the damn place, boxes of them. Just all kinds of welding rods that I haven't been able to use because they're too much for that little crappy welder. Now I got enough welding rod because I got a big welder. I got like more welding rod and I know what the hell to do with it. So yeah. That's probably all for now. That was a success, so I'm glad I could resurrect that old tombstone. Like I said, it's been sitting in my shed for about a year. But that one's going to have a bad day coming up real shortly. I'm going to have to figure out what I want to do to it, but I am going to keep the fan off of it. It's got a good fan, and probably the switch. But pretty much everything else is junk. See y'all in the next video. Oh, and that's one of the old copper wound transformers too. That's not aluminum. So, score.